That is just absolutely unbelievable. Holy! Oh, that was cracking. That is unbelievable. Coming up to the probably the crux of the route. That was an absolutely amazing climb up here. I'm about halfway up the famous and often dreaded zigzags that lead up from Arica all the way up to the middle of the Arica Alps. And I'm still in the fog, which is slightly disappointing. The forecast for today is really good. And once we are above this fog, it's forecasted to be a pretty beautiful day. But yeah, I've came up this way for a couple of reasons. One, it gives me some options because I hadn't fully decided on a route today, and coming up this particular way gives me a few options. It means I can do the cobbler, could do Beinn Narnain, could even go into Beinn if I fancied it, but I reckon it's probably going to be either the cobbler or Beinn Narnain today. But yeah, it should be very wintry, so I've got the ice axe, got the crampons, got the big boots and all my winter gear on. But yeah, I think we will be in store for a pretty good and hopefully fun-filled day. So yeah, thanks for joining me again. I hope you enjoy this one. So I've decided to do a route that I've actually never done before. Oh sorry, I've never done in winter before. I've done it during summer conditions, but I've never done it in the winter, and I've always fancied it. And do you know, today feels crisp, it feels cold, it feels magical. I just think today's the day. I mean, as you've already seen, I'm above the fog now, which is great. And the sun is almost cresting the horizon, and when it does, it'll be coming over the Luss Hills, which will be pretty beautiful. But yeah, I'm on a wee divert path that just takes you round the bulk of Beinn Narnain before you head straight uphill. There is a distinct lack of wind up here at the moment, which is wonderful. But with the sun now high in the sky, I am getting hot, so I'm going to take this jacket off. Whew. Keep my gloves though. Oh, you better come off here a wee second. Just. Right. So, as I mentioned, I haven't actually been up this way in winter before, and I'm not even sure what the route's called. I mean, to a lot of people it's just the way up Beinn Narnain, but there's a feature, I believe, towards the boulders near the summit that's called the Spearhead. So I wonder if we could affectionately call it the Spearhead route. But yeah, okay, I'm going to call it that for today. And if anyone has any other opinions on what it's called, let me know. But yeah, super hot, despite it being -4, sorry, at the car. So it's getting a wee bit slippy and the snow is rock hard. So I am going to put my crampons on before I tackle this big steep section. Coming up to the probably the crux of the route. It's this big steep section up to the summit behind me, but so far it's been pretty good, touch wood. And as I said, I have done this in summer, so I know where I'm going, but obviously that doesn't count for anything in winter, that should be said. But I am excited to see what lies ahead and to see how we're going to get to the summit, which is going to be super exciting. So this is tough going, but good things do not tend to come easy, and I think this is one of those experiences. Type 2 fun, that's for sure. I'm just taking a wee breather before heading up the big crack in the rock behind me, and I'm not 100% sure which rock feature is called the spearhead. I think it might be the middle one. It certainly isn't the gully that I'm about to go up, but according to most, this is the sort of crux of the route, and that crux comes with only about 30 metres to go to the summit, so you come a hell of a long way before you can even know if you can get to the summit. But oh, this place is incredible. Like, what a place. There's not a drop of wind. Absolutely smashed it with the weather. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what this entails going up here. But yeah, just catch my breath before I do. And most likely I probably won't film me going up, just for safety. But if I get to a point, you know, on the way up that I think it's safe enough to get the camera out again, then I'll show you what it looks like. I'm about halfway up this little gully. It is unbelievably cool. Handholds seem to be really good. The snow is like rock solid, so my crampons are gripping it really nicely. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's give you a little spin. Really, really cool. And now I am emerging from the gully, and I'm only a matter of metres away from the summit. Whoo-wee! Oh, that was cracking. There's a few little icy spots further to the top, but otherwise it was a bit of a doddle. Ah, great fun. Right, next stop, the summit of Beinn, Narnain. So welcome to the summit of Beinn Narnain, standing at I think 926 metres. So that's pretty nice. The views from up here are absolutely incredible, and we're currently looking across to the iconic Beinn lowland, and as you can see, the central belt in the lowlands just has this beautiful foggy clouds just lingering, and it's not cleared all morning. Oh, it's pretty incredible. That was an absolutely amazing climb up here. I've never done it that way in winter before, and I regret that it's taken me this long to do it. Don't get me wrong, it's tough in places. There's a few little spots where you need to get hands on, and actually you really need to be confident in like your foot placements, especially if you're like wearing crampons. And I ripped my trousers again. As I said in my gear video, maybe it's just me, but like I always rip my trousers. I just think it happens, so just be careful about that as well, I guess is the message to myself. But yeah, let's have a wee spin round and see the rest of the views. I think this view has to be my favourite view of today. We're looking over the Luss Hills and down towards Glasgow in the Central Belt. And my goodness, that is just absolutely beautiful. I know I use like all these flowery superlative words in my videos all the time, but like, look at it, how could you not? That is just absolutely unbelievable. I could sit here all day, you know, if it wasn't so cold. But wow, what a place. And then I'm going to need to show you north as well to the rest of the Highlands because, oh, just look at this, just look at this. So the obvious big bad boy right there, that's Beinn. And I've been up that a few times. Never in the snow, right enough. But what a magnificent mountain that is. Look at the size of it. And from here you can actually see all the way to Beinn Nevis. Now, I don't know if the camera will be able to pick out Beinn Nevis. It's just, you know, my little camera. I don't have a big lens or anything. I don't have fantastic zoom. But it's there. Actually, before you get to Beinn Nevis, you've got Beinn Louis, which is another absolute monster. And then you've got Narnain, which again is another monster of a mountain. And actually, when you look at those compared to Nevis, they look like nothing. Wow. I mean, I could honestly just sit here and harp on about how amazing this looks. But I think what I probably should do is find somewhere to have a cup of tea. And actually what I think I'll do is, I think I'll probably head off, and I'll head off the backside of the mountain down towards the Bealach between Beinn, the Cobbler and Narnain. And I'll probably actually head down to the Narnain boulders, and I'll probably sit down there and have a cup of tea and a bite to eat. But yeah, what a place. What a place. Right then, oh, here we are, at the world famous Narnain Boulders tea spot. Well, it is to me anyway. I stop here every time I'm up this way, whether I want to or not. But yeah, oh, I feel like I've earned this cup of tea today. It's been a bit of an epic one. Stay still, good boy. Yeah, it's been a bit of an epic one. That was great fun. Had a rare time. I'm not sure if my footage will do it justice, like does it ever. And actually, as I was doing the hill today, I was like convincing myself that what I actually needed was like an Insta360 X4, you know, one of the 360 cameras. So yeah, I think that might be next on the upgrade list. But yeah, cheers. Today we just have some classic breakfast tea, because that's the kind of day that it is. Oh. And sometimes you need no nonsense, straight to the point, get it done tea. Something about this place just feels like, it's difficult actually to describe. It just gives me like a warming. Do you ever get that with like a place or an environment? It's probably place rather than environment, I reckon, here. Maybe because this was some of my earliest hills and I created some real amazing and lasting memories up here. Or maybe it's just magic. Maybe it's pure magic. Maybe you just feel something because there's magic in the air. Maybe it is the environment then. Maybe it's the magic of the environment. Either way, like, this is a cracking place to stop for a cup of tea. And it should be said, like, weather like today, you know, it's cold, but it's also warm in the sun. It's calm, it's still. The ice and the snow were like hard, so it meant you got really good conditions for climbing and for kicking steps, and yeah, it just made me feel really secure, really confident. Yeah, it's like 1 in a million days. I'm just over the moon that I got to experience it. And experience it here. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope I've done Beinn Narnain the justice that it deserves, because it's a cracking Munro. It's one of the more popular Munros, but certainly in this area I don't think it's the most popular Munro in this area, which is a shame because it is a cracking mountain. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to do so, leave us a comment. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, if you would consider doing so, it does really mean a lot to me. But yeah, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next adventure soon.